Do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you, and I'm down for you always.
Science Thursday, Science Thursday, Science Thursday, Science Thursday, Science Thursday. It's Science Thursday.
Pew, pew, pew. Science rules.
Welcome to Science Thursday, the only Drake-themed science podcast. I'm still looking at like new remixes for this track for people who are tricking. This is DJ Taj Jersey Club remix. Pretty good one.
Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you, and I'm down for you always.
I like that it's at least different.
I know, it's good. It throws a boot up sample in here. Listen. Sorry, that was kind of a long cut. I honestly just think it was pretty sweet. It came out of nowhere. I was like, whoa, boot up. Combining two songs of the summer into
I thought
one.
it was a little bit long, but I was kind of like, I didn't mind it. So I was like, all right.
Yeah. Anyway, that's good. Still waiting for Tree to show up, but this is Science Thursday where we talk about science that's happened in the last week, science reports. I read them, kind of ones that I like, ones that interest me, and then we talk about them. I have 8 articles pulled this week. And Tree said she wanted to be here. I don't know if she's going to answer. We might have to, I don't know.
I just want to let everybody know, this is Zach Show Live coming at you from Burbank, California. I love science. I love animals. I love plants. I love chemicals. I love My Chemical Romance. So I said, hey, let's do the show. And I don't really do any reading beforehand, but I try to add a little flair.
You kind of give a good you don't read it so that you ask the questions like that you need to know, right? You're
Exactly.
kind of the guy that asks the questions and was like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah.
Most of the stuff I already know, but I'm just asking just for like the audience's sake. So guys, if you're one of those people, go ahead and rate us in the Apple Store.
Oh, you know what I wanted to say before we get started? Anchor now has you can donate to people on Anchor. Like sort of like
Oh yeah. I saw you sent that to me. I just figured that you were just getting paid for your streams, which you're also getting paid for that, right?
No, definitely not.
What?
Anchor doesn't pay me.
Well, I read that Anchor is now right. Anchor is maybe not paying you specifically, but you get paid for your Anchor apps or your Anchor fucking podcast.
The only thing, okay, I didn't actually read the article. Did you?
Oh, okay. Neither one of us did.
No, well, my understanding is just like Patreon, where like your people who follow you could just like donate you money directly. It's just like a place that they can like consistently donate money. Like on a monthly basis or something.
Well, I guess go ahead and donate to that.
Yeah, let's see if we can. I mean, I don't think it's really going to pick up. What do you think?
I think it will.
You think it will? You think people are going to be donating to people on Anchor?
Yeah,
eventually.
Cool. But I mean,
right.
Hopefully we're not, just waiting around like a piece of garbage, like just waiting to get biodegraded.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. I can't even get into these. I only prepared like a couple stories because I thought Tree was going to be on here, but she's not. So let's actually.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I can't trust Tree with any fucking times.
I know, right?
That's why I don't really. I'm done. Like she says she's going to be here, then that's the time. If it's not there, then we'll find another tree. There's plenty nice seedlings out here. So,
well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with you in a second.
What the fuck? Why?
because I'm not. I prepared like a couple stories like specifically that she would be interested in. I got them ready so that she could do it during a specific time. I just gotta.
All right,
I just
we'll
gotta
call her
try.
again.
All right, Science Thursday, Science Thursday, Science Thursday. See you in a second. Science Thursday, Science Thursday, Science Thursday, Science Thursday. Welcome back to Science Thursday. We've got marine biology on the line now.
How are you guys doing today? It's marine biology.
And we got Zach Show live on the line.
Hi there.
Zach Show. We should be getting Tree here in a second. She said she was going to pick up. I also invited Sean and Nick. This is going to be maybe a pretty big group of people here in a second.
I doubt Sean or Nick will come in, but
Nick just added me as a friend, so
I mean, they're probably. I assume they're at home just jerking their gherkins.
That's what I assumed too. So I thought they'd answer. Well, Kyle,
I know Sean's working right now because I'm working too, and I see him working. So, for those of you science nerds that don't know, Sean is our other brother. We got marine biology, our other brother, and
Hello.
Speaking of, Sean's on the line.
We got Sean on the line. Welcome to Science Thursday, Sean.
What's up?
I forgot. Oh, I got to send Sean this document.
We're doing Science Thursday. You don't have to do it, but if you want to stay for some science news,
Dude.
I see that you're working right now, so I know you're not that busy.
No, I'm not. Wait, speaking of science, though, you know I just got caught in on YouTube?
What?
Mango worms.
What?
What about them?
Do you know what those are?
No.
Dude, it's crazy. It's like there's this vet on YouTube, and these mango worms like burrow into all these dogs, and he just does mango worm removals, and it's almost like the zit popping videos that people love.
They're like popping like
Oh, dude, it's
they're popping like an animal out of a fucking dog.
You honestly gotta look at it. It's just weird, dude.
Sounds gross.
It kind of is, but you kind of gotta keep watching. Yeah.
Look up mango worms, guys. I'm still waiting for Tree. I informed her that she didn't answer.
Who?
Not sure if she didn't know if she didn't answer, but I wanted to let her know.
She said it didn't ring. I guess I got to try again. Guys, when we come back, we've got plant news. We've got maybe like glowing worm orgy news. That's a pretty cool one. Some stuff about VR. Some other cool stuff. So I'm going to have to call you guys back so they can like try to get her phone to ring. Sorry, guys. Okay, Science Thursday, Science Thursday, Science Thursday. Science Thursday, Science Thursday, Science Thursday, Science Thursday, Science Thursday. All right, we're back to that.
Thursday. Science.
We didn't get a Tree on the line.
Who's Tree?
Anna.
Oh, okay.
That's her anchor street name.
A tree?
It's just like her screen name is Tree, and I guess it is a picture of a tree too.
Oh. Dude, have you looked at this mango worm thing or what?
No, I haven't.
God.
What's it look like?
Just watch one video, please.
Should I be eating right now?
Maybe not.
Okay.
I mean, I got a pretty strong stomach.
Oh, fuck. This is gross. Even the thumbnails, I'm not even going to watch that.
This doctor who does it, he seems pretty cool. So, I like his voiceover, too.
I'm gonna have to retry again.
Boo.
All right. Oh, tight. We're all here.
Science Thursday, Science Thursday, Science Thursday. All right, we're finally here. Oh my God.
That was chaotic.
Anchor, weird bug.
Only took like 8 tries.
All right.
We
So
out here.
Tree said she had to go early. I think you have to go soon, right?
Oh, it's okay. I have like an hour, 40 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't read all these stories, so we'll have to take a break at some point so that I can like finish them
Okay.
and like highlight them. But I got a few that I think you'd like that I have highlighted already. Are you looking at the document?
Yeah, let me look again. Where do I have
Well, I think the first one. I think we'll all be interested in this one. I invited Sean, but he didn't answer again. Maybe he's not around. Maybe he'll come in a sec.
that? Okay.
I think the one that I think we'll all like is this one about plants at the bottom.
I've been really into plants.
Kyle's into plants.
You are a
You're a
plant.
farmer. I'm a tree. Kyle's
Yeah,
a
I'm a
farmer.
real-
I'm a tree. He's a tree. She's a tree. We're all trees. Hey.
That's very true.
Little Good Burger reference. Have you guys seen that?
Not recently.
Mama the Good Burger.
It's really freaking funny. You should check it out again.
Like, as of recently?
I watched it maybe like last year, and it was fucking hilarious.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
Just like a lot of classic like physical comedy with just like the dumbest humor that you can imagine.
Like maybe the last slapstick?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say the last, but definitely the last
Dumb
really.
and Dumber and maybe Good Burger. I don't know which one was the last slapstick.
Yeah, I think Good Burger was more recent than Dumb and Dumber, the original. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking science.
It
Sorry.
was funny when he asked him he was gonna fire him, and he asked if it's because he's black.
I forgot that part. There's a lot of just like random good parts, but there's just a lot of funny scenes. Like the very first scene, he's just rollerblading and, like, to work.
Oh man. I hate that he wasn't the successor. Fucking Keenan was the successor out of the two of them. That's crazy.
Wait, what do you mean?
He didn't
Like he made it on SNL. He's still like,
Oh,
you know.
Oh yeah, Kel seemed like the star. It's like what?
I know, right? I didn't get it.
Guys, are your links
Yeah.
working?
I honestly,
Oh.
Keenan plays the same exact character every episode.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
People love Keenan, but I'm like, all he does is do that sort of like
It's
fake
weird,
smile where he's like going in and
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, it's such
I don't know how
weird
I have to do
character.
it. You have to see what I'm doing, but
No, I know exactly what you're
I
talking about. It's like right before he cracks himself up.
it's like big eyes, like surprise, like
And then his smile is kind of like crooked on his face.
yeah, and sometimes he does a little O shape. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the face I have in my brain. I know exactly what you're talking about.
guys, can you go to the links, or are these all broken? My stupid highlighter app seems to be broken.
Whoopsie.
Are they working for you?
Which one? Let me click on one, I guess. I think it's working because I'm
yeah,
over
they work.
Doc. Yeah.
Why don't they work for me?
Yeah,
the one
There's
who
something
made
messed
them.
up. There's something just
I pulled it up on my computer.
Yeah, I'm on my computer too.
I'm on the computer.
I mean, me too.
I pulled them up from
Recording the
Messenger.
sounds of roots and worms.
Yeah.
That's the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Let me hear it.
It's pretty crazy. So it's just about they wanted to monitor what's going on underneath the roots. Like I read that one book about plants, what was it called?
Brilliant Green.
Yeah, Brilliant Green. And
Yeah.
they were like, it's hard to really see exactly what plants are like. It's hard to do studies on plants when you're looking at their roots because you're constantly exposing them to light, and usually they'd be under the ground. So there's like a lot of like studies about plant growth, especially root growth. That's like, okay, yeah, we have to take that like with like a little bit like grain of salt or whatever, because it's like this isn't exactly a perfect place for them to grow.
Like, pollution.
Anyway, yeah, so they used like, what is it called, piezoelectric sorry, do you see my highlights? Yeah, piezoelectric sensors registered acoustic emissions which take the form of elastic waves at the frequency of 1 to 100 kilohertz.
Oh shit.
Sound waves of this nature occur, for example, when small grains move or rub against each other, or when tiny cracks form in the soil. Humans cannot hear them. So they recorded these things for like a week or so, and also watched them, like time-lapse photography. So then they matched up the sounds to the picture, and they're like, it worked out. So it's like a new way of like measuring it, not only roots but also worm movement.
What them worms doing down there?
There's moving around, and I put 2 links there. There's one to the original study, and if you look at like the figures, or what is it, references sections. Oh yeah, there's this one section called electronic supplementary material, and they have the videos of the stuff, and they have sounds. They like, I don't know what these sounds are. Do you want to hear them?
Yeah, play those.
These are the sounds of the roots growing, I think.
Oh my god! Are you fucking kidding me?
This one might be worms.
Are you fucking kidding me?
This is no.
That's not what I expected.
This is the new Aphex Twin song.
That's insane.
This is the new Aphex Twin song. Ryan just hit the wrong
Nah,
button.
this one's the worms. Okay, sorry.
That's
This is worms track.
Turn up the worms.
I've been trying to get into vermiculture.
Vermiculture?
Vermiculture.
Vermiculture.
All right.
Vermiculture. And it's a worm farm.
Dude, that's so
Do you want to hear the?
What does a worm
plants?
farmer look like?
He's just like, he's got a big straw hat.
He just has a worm hanging out of his mouth instead of a.
Ew.
He's got little worms out of his right, sitting down and eating worms.
This is fucking crazy.
I can get.
This is the
into
Roots.
this. I could listen to worms like all.
This is Jimmy Fallon's band, The Roots.
How the fuck did they record this?
What? Imagine if The Roots started just doing like, instead of playing like cool like covers and stuff during commercial breaks, they just started doing this.
I wonder what happened if you listened to that too long.
That's probably what is. Kyle, as a worm farmer, would you listen to the jams of the Roots and the worms?
Yeah.
I think you'd have to.
It would take you to the next level of like intimacy.
You might understand them in some deeper way. Yeah.
Definitely. Also,
I hear the worms.
I want to know. Like now, I'm extra curious about what those plant sounds sound like. Like, are they creating a beautiful symphony of?
I think it's really just like these things. We couldn't hear them. Like those are, like they said at the beginning, like there's sounds that we can't actually hear. So I think they just like pitched them up or added like a MIDI basic like tone to them. Like I don't think it's actually them.
It's like, it's kind of like when you look in a microscope and it's really colorful, but that's not how it really is because they add dyes so for the visibility. Is it like that?
Yeah, definitely. Or like there's like a lot of like space stuff, like black hole imagery and star imagery and galaxy imagery that's all like CGI.
Oh
sort of.
yeah.
I don't know if it's like that, but yeah, I don't know. So it's like pretty cool. I don't know. I guess farmers in the future will put like acoustic recorders in their fields and be like, just do some analysis of what's going on to address problems in soil and stuff.
It's like they don't have to ask; they'll tell them. Those worms will tell them what's going on in the soil. I guess that's like ultimate situation there.
And
That'd be so cool. Like if as far as like pH levels, acidity, like if you kind of like learn the language or like learn what sounds do what or like pitches do what, then you can kind of like do like a reading that way.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, but is it like did it say that right now it's like really rudimentary? Like they haven't like said, oh, this pitch relates to like this sort of.
Well, they can just identify worm sounds and root sounds, and then they can like, I don't know, just derive like, okay, here's how much activity is going on, and here's how much growth is going. Like they can like equate the sounds to growth, you know.
Yeah. Kyle, what have you learned about the soil?
I mean, worms in general are really good for soil because they like. That's why I was gonna set up these there's like these 3-layer compost bins you can make. You put holes in the bottom of them, and you just throw compost in every bin. You just throw a bunch of worms in like the top one, and they eat all of it and like make really good soil. And they go to the next level. That's why you have like vermilite and stuff, which is just like really, really good soil. That's why I want to do vermiculture.
I think I've actually purchased vermilite, whatever you just said.
Or like, if you heard, it's like they call it like worm castings.
Yeah, I've also like bought worm juice. They sell it in like a bottle, and it's like a liquid.
Why'd you buy worm juice?
What do you like? Drink that like out of a juice box, or
dude? Worms make soil so good.
Like, yeah, it's worm juice.
I had it.
Where'd you get it? Why?
I actually, when you were here in Brooklyn, I had it for like the garden because like I like did a little bit of research for like fertilizing my stuff. And I didn't really get that into it. Like I literally was just like, what seems the most practical? And I wasn't gonna go with something that was like, I don't know. I just feel like, dang, my plants definitely don't have worms, so let me get the worm juice.
Yeah,
it's funny you mentioned worm juice because there's another worm juice that's in the news this week. If you look at the story right above that.
Where's that?
Glowing worm orgy has a unique glow goo.
Dang, so much worm news.
Yeah, if you go, you should go to this video so you can see what it is. Sorry, it's kind of loud.
Holy heck!
It's right underneath it. There's a YouTube link. And this looks like just like a raving worm, just like a glowing. It's got the classic green glow, like the glow in the dark green glow, and it's this water just wiggling, this worm wiggling around in the water, and then after a second, another one shoots out from the side. So the one moving there in the middle is the female, and that's trying to attract the male. And then as you see, the male shoots up from the side because he's seeing her mating dance.
Why are they leaving this trail? Is that sperm?
So that's the crazy thing. Is they didn't
That's
know.
worm juice.
They didn't know for a long
that's
time.
Some worm juice.
That's worm juice. Well, hold on. Let me see I forget the exact name of it. That's like the thing. It's like it's a new it's like a new goo.
Now that's some worm juice.
This is brought to you by New Goo. Worm juice.
Sorry, my fucking highlighter thing's not working at all. So none of my highlights are up. So I don't know. So I'll read this one thing. This is from Popular Science.
Want me to read your highlights?
Yeah, read the first one about where they were discovered. They were discovered by Christopher Columbus.
What?
Believe it or not.
Okay. Here we go. Bermuda fireworm's luminescence was first documented by Christopher Columbus and his crew in 1492 when he sailed the ocean blue. I added that little part on. As looking like the flame of a small candle are alternatively raised and lowered. So that was a quote. I don't know if that was actually from Columbus.
Colombo.
Yeah. So it looked like a flame of a small candle alternately raised and lowered.
Today, Junior.
Kyle, good one.
Scientists would identify the spectacle as a mating Scientists would identify the spectacle as a mating ritual in the 1930s, as occurring in the summer of autumn at an early
summer and autumn.
Dude,
at an eerily
Kyle finish it up.
At an eerily prompt 55 minutes after the sunset, 3
full
nights
moon.
after full moon. It's the females that light
The
up
males.
the track.
Yeah, but isn't that crazy? They said they're like this. Like the title of this article is "You can set your watch to this glowing green worm orgy." So it's like really on time. They respond to the light, so it's just like the amount of like they know it's at this exact time every year.
Let me read.
Or yeah.
What's the time?
Well, that's what they just read, but it was so broken up that you could barely understand it. It's occurring in the summer and autumn at an eerily prompt 55 minutes after sunset, 3 nights after a full moon. So it'd be a full moon, 3 nights later, 55 minutes after sunset, this happens. What we just saw, the swirling female and the males shooting
I love that.
So it's like...
I love how punctual they are.
Yeah.
Totally. And like, there are probably so many things that are super punctual. Okay, do you think, like, you have to actually follow the full moon? Like,
right.
Because you know how, like, sometimes Thanksgiving isn't... Wait, is it? I don't know. Is Thanksgiving always on the same day or whatever? Like,
it's always on a Thursday.
It's always, yeah, it's always
right.
on a Thursday.
Like, so, like, different things like that change. But, like, also with nature, things... Like fall doesn't always come in the same exact time, so does it have to be? It just depends on everything, right?
I think it's related to the light, like how much light is at night. Like it's
how long the night is.
It's like a circadian rhythm thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're responding to the light length. It's a lot like plants. Like, you know how like when Zach, you know how you like make weed flower is like changing their light schedule from like long days, like 20-hour days to like 15-hour days.
You're switching up the season.
So like it's similar. Like these worms are seeing like, okay, there's the brightest the moon has been, and then 3 days later, like it gets a little lower, and then somehow that's triggering this behavior.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd be that worm to get there, 56 minutes after.
Oh, you're a little late. Fashionably late.
You show up there's freaking worm juice everywhere. You're like,
oh fuck, I missed it.
The thing,
you come in, you slip on some worm juice and like hurt your arm.
The crazy thing about that worm juice, though, that's the thing about the study that they're like, whoa, this is crazy. It's a new kind of glow. Because, there's bioluminescent animals all over the place, especially in, the deep sea.
Bioluminescence?
Yeah, this is a new kind of bioluminescence, an enzyme caused luciferase. Oh, Sean's here.
What's up, Sean? In the house.
What I missed?
We're talking about worm juice.
If you go to you see the article, or did I send you? Did you see the Google Doc?
Glowy worm.
Glowy worm.
Oh
It's sort of like the game Slither. Here.
So,
long story short, we're talking about female worm sperm.
It's like basically a new kind of bioluminescence thing. It's completely on its own. It's the luciferase and the Bermuda worms produce is unlike anything else found in other organisms to date. It's a completely distinct form created by a gene family that is entirely unique to this species. So it's just like, whoa, this is kind of crazy. And
is it like a chemical reaction? I think bioluminescence is one thing, but I think I've heard of other deep sea creatures that have actual, I don't know, I'm not gonna say combustion or something, but it's a different kind of chemical process. Is this something similar to that?
Yeah, it just says that it's completely on its own.
Worms don't really follow the rules, and they never have. I think we need to remember that. And I want to remind all the listeners.
Well, at the end of the article, it says that this one of the things they can do is like this Bermuda worm luciferase might prove to be more efficient to emulate than other kinds of proteins. So maybe like new glow sticks, more glow sticks that glow longer. I don't really know, you know?
Yeah.
It's more simple. I guess like, yeah, other bioluminescence in other animals is hard to replicate, but this one's easy. So we could do stuff with that. That's cool.
That's beautiful. I'd love to light a trail with some worm juice.
You want to know something else crazy about these worms? It says in this article. It says the team also identified genes that play a bigger role in the mating performance. The worms actually undergo a kind of metamorphosis called epitachy, which means the species is responding to the signals that indicate what time of the day and month it is. This is that like circadian rhythm thing. So they like metamorphosize. So they besides bioluminescence, the epitachy phase includes an enlarging of the male worm's eyes so they can see the female worm glow more clearly, and modifications to the organs that store and release sex cells. So it's like the light triggers their like a metamorphosis too.
Whoa, that's gnarly.
What about like lightning bugs though?
Is it the same?
Well, it says in the article, it says firefly luciferases clearly evolved from oxygenasis with other functions that have nothing to do with light. But these ones
maybe that's what
look nothing. So I don't really know what the fuck that means if you see that sentence, but it seems to mean that firefly glowiness is not like this glowiness.
Where are these worms living?
In the ocean. In the Caribbean.
Guess who found him? Christopher Colombo.
Same guy who discovered America.
That's insane. I can't believe that's like the only thing he was good for.
Christopher Columbus
Honestly,
was a murderer.
Is it a
I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
He was an incredible murderer.
Yeah, he freaking killed all the Native Americans that's like on this great land.
Yeah. Also,
well, actually, I think he landed in he landed in the Caribbean originally.
Didn't he? He fucked up the DR, right?
In the Dominican Republic, here's what I will never understand. There's monuments of him. Where I was born in Santo Domingo, there's like a giant sculpture of him, and I'm like, you guys are all idiots.
I thought he raped someone.
He did.
He raped and pillaged everyone.
He raped and pillaged every village.
He did. But he found them worms.
That was a little song.
That's not chillage.
Yeah.
No.
He got them worms, though.
Yeah, he spread his freaking worm all over the place, didn't he?
Spread his glowing worm juice.
He had some freaking new goo all over that bitch.
So I didn't read all these stories yet. We're going to have to take a break at some point so I can.
Well, I mean, I guess basically we're going to have to recharge our batteries at some point.
That's one of the articles I haven't completely read yet. You can't keep trying to go to that. Those two top ones are the ones I haven't done yet.
Okay, well, I mean,
or in the Lichen, actually three.
It seems like we're having like a lot of like issues. It's almost like there's a wildfire going on.
Dude, let's look at this electron mystery. The electron mystery.
All right, this is one of the ones that I selected because it seemed crazy, but I don't actually understand what it means.
Oh, my freaking link didn't work.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's not working.
Dude, these suck.
Poop-de doop-de.
Wah, wah.
Do you want me to take a little break and I'll fix all these links?
No, I'm tired of breaks.
I know, Sean's here.
Well, I can't send you guys this link. I don't really know how
I'm gonna look it up and I'll paste it.
Yeah, I'll look it up too.
How are you gonna find it?
I'm just gonna search exactly what you had. Right here, I got it. Wait, maybe not. This is not a recent article.
Wait. I could paste it.
Worm juice, baby.
Yeah, repaste it.
Worm juice.
Here. It's actually a sweet graphic.
Today's episode is sponsored by Worm Juice.
Glow goo.
No, it's new goo.
Okay. It says glow goo in here. You need glow goo.
I pasted that article. Okay. Scientists.
Let's just.
It's titled "Scientists Solve Open Theoretical Problem on Electron Interactions." It's from Yale and U.S. College.
I like this photo. I probably would have went
That's-
with
I
something
know,
other
this
than.
is some vaporwave right here.
Yeah, that's kind of
I'm
why.
not sure I love the gradient in the background, but the
That's
other
what makes
part's
it
good.
the vaporwave.
It's pretty much like I read like a bunch of this and tried to understand it, and I pretended like I was following it, but it's but like it's kind of like it seems like a cool thing, but I can't quite understand.
Here's my question. Like, do you always look for specific sources? Like, are these
good sources?
Academic papers, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not so sure I'm always picking the best sources. I'll say that.
Oh, I mean, they always look so official. I thought that maybe you were looking at like research papers.
I mean, this is source Yale NUS. That seems
That's official.
good-ish. I don't know what that is.
You should use if you use Google Scholar.
Yeah.
It always goes pretty well.
I usually just ask Jeeves. He's good. He's a good resource.
This picture is like, for this article, like we said, it's crazy. It's like a splashing water on like what are those called? Like hexagonal lattice, like sort of like a beehive looking structure.
It kind of looks like a wave of worm juice kind of coming out of like a honeycomb water park. Yeah, that's like science themed. So like they have like a lot of like lattices.
That's what kind of drew me to this article. Let me read this saying. The open problem was what controlled the velocity of electron liquid, shown as a wavy waterfront.
Dude.
The findings show that this frozen antiferromagnetism on the honeycomb lattice that sets this velocity by slowing it down as the two interact.
That just sounds gnarly as fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty. They just said like, I don't know. They didn't understand electrons under this certain size, and for a long time it was like, we don't know. And then they finally understand it.
But it's liquid.
I don't get it. They said
Is
that
this
for a
whole
long time.
episode about goo?
It sort of is, I guess, right?
Ryan, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've read a good portion of this article now. This is kind of past.
I know.
It's kind of past.
I know. That's why I picked it, because I liked the art, and I was like, maybe I can understand what's going on here if I read it.
What's the last
Yeah,
sentence? Let me read the last sentence.
In conclusion, that's all I need to
What
read.
did you say, Kyle?
I just got out of I just took frickin' chem, physics, and bio in college very recently. And this is still,
Bill Nye in the house.
Like, I very recently learned about all this kind of crap, but this is just past. This is past our pay grade.
I wanted to attempt it to see if
It's
we
a
could
good
do it.
attempt. Yeah, you should.
Can I read the last last quote?
Yeah.
It's a good quote.
Because the mechanism in our new model harnesses the Coulomb force, it would cost less energy per switch compared to mechanisms available currently. Understanding and applying new model could potentially usher in a new generation of technology.
I mean, that's all you gotta know, baby. Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like kind of like, okay, it's an old mystery.
I'm into
65-year-old mystery. It's solved, and they're going to make a new generation of electronics as they kind of understand electrons in a new way.
I'm just going to tell everyone right now, I'd probably wait till the movie comes out for this one.
Yeah, because it's hard to understand.
Oh, man.
The art's good, though.
Yeah, these are just really in-depth theories of like how electrons interact. Like, you basically have to just be studying this to this article and like own this.
They're like his latest work, the role of electron interactions in two-dimensional Dirac pheromones or fermions.
Yeah, right.
I
honestly just felt like I was reading like a Star Trek script. That's why I liked it.
Okay, let's talk about these damn batteries. Let's get into it.
Well, I haven't read this yet. That's
right.
the problem.
We got like 5 people here. Let's read it.
Yeah, we can do it.
We're gonna.
Okay. I'm first just gonna read the first. Okay, first of all, batteries. Here's the.
Science. It's from Binghamton University.
Yeah,
Binghamton. The art for all these articles is doing a good job.
Yeah, it's funny looking.
This one's really nice.
It looks like a small carpet.
Soy Kyung Shan Choi. That's who the credit goes to for that. Word up, dude.
Scientists create biodegradable paper-based biobatteries.
Okay, first off,
the
let's just talk about this
title.
really quick. So I guess batteries, I guess they contain acid. So, like, you can't really throw them away. You're not supposed to throw them in the trash.
Yeah.
I, like, recently learned this, like, last year. And I was like, someone was like, oh, you can't throw that away. Like, and I'm like, what? No, you, like, that, you can't throw. And I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, I've been throwing away batteries my whole fucking life.
Which is the craziest part too, is that sometimes they'll ooze that acid, and you're like, "Ugh, I gotta get rid of this." And your first thing is just throw them in the trash.
Right?
You can't do that. Let me just hang on to these acidy batteries. No way.
I used to chew on them a
What?
little bit, and one time it did. A little bit got in my mouth, and I was spitting out for like 20 minutes.
Are you serious? Holy shit!
Dude, I chewed on a lot of weird things, but yeah, batteries because I like the metallic taste.
Oh my god!
It's like,
are you low on iron?
Oh yeah, do you have pika?
I don't think so. I don't know why, but like I just
have you been eating that worm juice, that worm soil? Because like that's another symptom of having pika.
Yeah, that's usually dessert. I usually chew on batteries and have worm juice for dessert.
I like to have a bowl of batteries with just worm juice.
Oh my god!
Not a lot of worm juice, just enough to kind of get to the top of the batteries.
So, did anybody read this article yet?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. I was trying to kill time so someone could read it.
I was skimming it.
So, proposed design is easy to produce, low cost, flexible, and more efficient than previously proposed paper-based batteries. You already read that, didn't you?
How long have we been using batteries?
Hold on a sec. Let me just say what's in this battery.
The batteries of the future, but maybe
these ones
out of paper.
It's like a folded piece of paper.
That's
they think it's a high paper.
They can't even harness biodegradable-based battery.
So it says there's been a dramatic increase in electron waste, and this may be an excellent way to start reducing that. Our hybrid paper battery exhibit a much higher power to cost ratio than previously reported paper-based microbial batteries. So there's microbes in here? Listen to this crap. The bio battery uses a hybrid of paper and engineered polymers. The polymers, polyamic acid and polypyromelitic dianhydride p-phenylenediamine, were batteries' biodegrading properties. The team tested the degradation of the battery in water, and it clearly biodegraded without requirements of special facilities, conditions, or introduction of other microorganisms. So it just
is it
dissolved.
Like just the chemical process of like those organisms like doing some stuff, like decomposing something or something? Like what is? It's not like. Does anybody know how a real battery works? Like just like how does that acid actually create energy?
I think the acid...
Guys, this is why I wanted to read this, but
like, okay, we kind of read it, and it's still kind of confusing. Okay, let me read...
Yeah.
Let me read this part here. This part in quotes. Power enhancement can be potentially achieved by simply folding or stacking the hybrid flexible paper polymer device, said Choi.
Okay, so
basically,
I don't know how they're working. Is it like?
Okay, so pretty much a battery in general, the liquid is called the electrolyte, and it's the medium that allows the flow of electrical charge between the cathode and the anode.
Which is the negative and positive charge of the battery.
I remember that from Bill 9.
The cathode is the positive, and the anode. So remember cathode, because cats have paws. That's why it's positive.
Is somebody like sweeping or something?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
So there's the electrical reaction between the two create a flow of like electrical energy.
Okay, so what are you saying then?
I'm just saying that's how a battery works. That's the liquid's just the electrolyte.
So basically, they've created a medium that is completely biodegradable, and it's basically like a piece of paper.
But it has microbes in there too.
I wonder if it's like a decomposition process that creates like energy.
You think they would have said that, right? Like, I don't even know.
Maybe it's these like
article's
long
pretty
ass
brief.
words.
No, I think what they were saying was like they're stacking these papers together.
No,
Yeah,
I get
folding
that.
them.
But...
Right.
No, I know, but they're just saying that it's gonna be biodegradable. I don't know what you guys are trying to. What are you trying to
just
figure
how
out?
it even works, how it generates power.
Like, what are these microbes doing to this dang paper? Do they live in the paper? Does the stacking create?
Do you have to feed them
or something? Like, yeah, are they putting some?
Does it come with like a little fucking some food to like sprinkle in? Like, I don't know. Like, and if anyone else out there is listening and knows, please let us know because we don't. This is kind of one of those things where.
Wait, did you look at the picture above? Did you?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah,
that's the
you
only
can see the
thing
microbes like swimming around in there.
Do you think it's just like the movement and like the
friction? That was my guess, but like, real is it? You'd think they would have said that in the story here.
So
maybe they thought we just knew that.
That's what I'm thinking. Is maybe these long ass words that are like suggesting like whatever chemical process is going on from like whatever friction or energy that's being created from these microbes. In the picture, they have this bubble with the image of the microbes moving around, and then outside of it, it has like a red X, and then next to the microbe image, it has like a green lightning bolt, and then on the other, and then below that, it's like a negative sign.
Yes, I mean that's a.
I think we're just explaining how batteries work.
Let's just move on to something else.
All right.
Sounds cool.
Wait, there was a related story at the bottom that said scientists build bacteria-powered battery.
Oh.
Pretty cool too. But
that's probably maybe would explain this more. But okay.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about? I mean, I haven't read some of these yet. Still, like this one about the wildfires and the lichen. Did you see that map though?
For the wildfires one?
See how much of California has burned in the last 5 years?
Holy shit.
I thought a lichen. What is a lichen?
Lichen, that was from the movie. That was from that movie.
Yeah, Underworld.
Underworld, yeah. Kate Beckinsale.
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, it's good. I love Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, true.
I do too, dude.
We all said true.
Dude, if she was a science, I'd be studying.
Oh,
that's some real college humor.
I'm sure if I met her, there'd be some chemistry.
Yo.
I'd definitely give her some of my love.
I think we wouldn't have to. That. I think we wouldn't have to worry about growth, if you know what I'm saying.
Whoa, that's sick. That was like overboard.
Yeah, I guess.
But we do have to worry about growth after these fires because lichen's really it's a moss that grows on trees and rocks.
Oh,
and I think she'd be charging my battery with all that friction.
Yo. I feel like that could be the rest of the episode.
I'm just gonna keep riffing on Kate Beckinsale.
So the lichen.
I like lichen a lot. It's like not.
I
moss.
like lichen.
It's not. It's like a weird. It's not fungus. It's not moss. It's like this whole other thing. Mm-hmm. And it's a really good Aphex Twin song too, if you know it.
Mm.
I like lichen.
You know this one?
It's a beautiful one. It kind of sounds like this article.
Yeah.
Keep that playing in the background. It's like it's like melancholy.
Yeah. So of course you've heard check out that map of how many wildfires have happened in the last 5 years.
Where's the map?
It's see how much of Cali has burned in the last 5 years. Scroll down a bit.
I see. Okay.
It's a lot.
It's still on fire.
It's still on fire.
In the year when it was like in LA, where they were just showing like on like one of the main highways, it was the whole entire mountains like side of the highway was blazing on fire.
Yeah, we saw that IRL last year. That was almost a year ago.
That like when I saw that image, like I could not believe that people were still going to work. Like, what will it take for people to like be so like, I don't know, just like stopped in their tracks. Apparently not a whole entire mountain range being like caught on fire, and the fact that it's still on fire is insane.
I think it's just really hard to contain.
Well, it is.
If you see how dry it is, it's just like,
I really don't care.
It spreads really fast, and you can look at this map. It's like huge areas. Just like you can't imagine. Like,
what's crazy though is like, you guys know how these start. It's just like somebody like with like a cigarette or like
they think a lot of people intentionally start them too because they're just like, fuck the world.
Well,
let's do this.
Well, you know, the one in Orange County recently was started by a dude.
Yeah,
you knew about that?
I think we talk about that.
Don't think so. No, but it was on it was on NPR this morning, and like it was just like some fucking crazy dude apparently.
Oh my god, that's so scary.
Yeah, and it's crazy just how much damage you can do just by one person like lighting up like some like brush. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of insane.
Oh man, maybe that's why they don't talk about it very much, honestly.
What do you mean? Don't talk about what?
Just hit me. Like, maybe that's why they kind of like it's not news all the time. I
mean, it is right now.
Maybe
when it's fucking raging, hell yeah, it is.
It's like, let's not get any ideas. I don't know.
I think everybody knows that you shouldn't do it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know who are the... I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a low blow, really.
I mean, how many fires have you seen? Is it just that one, IRL?
Yeah. We saw the smoke from one near you.
I've experienced the smoke from a few. Quite a few.
Dude, you think it's gonna be smoky? You think it's gonna be smoky at all out there?
I don't think so, actually. The fire's 80% contained right now, right? The Ferguson fire?
The Ferguson fire, yeah, it's 80% contained, so they've already let people back in the park.
Did you hear about that? That was one of like the fastest fires ever. Like, one of those fires was like one of the fastest fires ever in history. Like, it destroyed like the most acreage, the fastest.
I mean, I believe it.
The Ferguson one this year?
No, yeah, I think it's the Mendocino fire complex. It's like multiple fires in one, which I think that actually Ferguson is one part of the Mendocino complex.
Damn. It's just so dry. It's getting drier.
That really is the truth, the damn truth. If I excuse my French.
Well,
what else we got here?
I mean,
so it's saying, so the lichen's recovery is likely held back by the loss of tree canopy, and after the fire, the researchers said, the hot, dry microclimate left in the forest post-fire is not conducive to lichen growth. So they're thinking that like they need to wait for like the trees to even mature again before the stuff even grows back.
Yeah.
So that's no good either.
Lichen, it looks like basically dried up milk, like colored green, or it's all kind. Actually, lichen is like some of the craziest colors in nature, like neon green, red.
Yeah,
this red is crazy.
Did you guys see Annihilation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that was some crazy.
Yeah, there's some great lichen in there.
That was nuts.
I love lichen.
Well, I mean, you know, the thing, some of these fires are necessary for, you know, the rebirth of, you know, new trees, and it provides a fertilizer for some of that soil. There's going to be quite a bit of fertilizer this year.
I mean,
but, you know, think about how lush it's going to grow back. It's going to be absolutely beautiful.
I thought you were like trying to transition to something, but
what?
I thought you were trying to transition to another story, but you.
No, I mean here's the thing though about lichen though is like this part is saying lichen are beautiful, ecologically important, all are around us and tell us important things about the environment. Does anybody know like what sort of things they tell us?
Yeah, I guess they absorb like a lot of pollutants.
Okay.
So scientists can like examine them and study them and see that they can absorb things like heavy metals.
They're like a sponge.
Like carbon.
What kind of
sulfur.
What kind of heavy metal? Like death metal or like black metal?
Yeah, Metallica usually.
So kind of mainstream metal.
You can if you squeeze them, you can hear different songs.
You can hear Enter the
There's one
Sandman.
there's one type of metal that actually thrives only on Chevelle.
Oh God.
Chevelle?
Yeah, and so since Chevelle isn't that popular anymore, that Lichen's actually dying out too.
So, guys, please go listen to Chevelle. I don't even fucking know
did they have that
Chevelle.
song, The Red?
Like, I've heard of them.
Yeah. The
I have
Red.
no idea who the fuck Chevelle is.
I mean, I guess they're just really important for converting carbon dioxide into oxygen. But I mean, that's like everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess maybe they're really big producers of oxygen. You know what I mean? Because I guess they have like good relationships with algae too, and especially on like the coast.
At the top of this article, it says provides food for deer, caribou, elk, and is sometimes the only food for finding squirrels.
Yeah, at the end it says which could impact nutrient cycling and multiple food chain interactions among wildlife.
It's just part of the chain.
I mean, it is true because once you kill something like that, then
everything falls apart.
Because then the smaller animals start eating too much of the grass and stuff, and then that just throws off the mood.
What's that song from Linkin Park where it all falls apart?
This is like
what it meant to be is a memory of
Science cast. No.
There's like some Lichen that only listen to that song.
Is it in the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Lichen is all Linkin Park based.
Dude, this is devastating. I really do think that all the fungus is like about to take over. All the fungus is mad at us right now. In the ocean, it has like all of the algae spores that are like are like building up from.
Yeah, trust me, I live up in Florida. You hear about that red tide, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, we should have got.
What do they say?
Red tide. I mean, it's really bad. I mean, it's just like the worst red tide I've ever had because the natural flow of water is supposed to go down the state into the Everglades, but because of like big sugar, they don't want to ruin all the fields of sugarcane. So they release them into Okeechobee, and then those get released in like the Gulf, which is just a bunch of sitting water, which doesn't have much flow.
Wait,
and
what gets released?
I mean, all the nutrient-rich water goes into Lake Okeechobee. Like Lake Okeechobee releases into the Gulf of Mexico, and when it releases in the Gulf of Mexico, like it's all that farmland which has so many pesticides.
Chemicals. Oh, that's right.
But it's mostly the fertilizers that are like making the.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, it's making all the algae like get really beefed up.
So
I mean, the algae gets beefed up, and then like not that many fish are going to eat it because there's so much of it, and then it dies, and then it pulls all the oxygen out of the water. That's why we've had we seriously had like every day there's been like 20 Goliath grouper dying all around Sanibel.
Wait,
and
what's
it's so bad because they're already critically
fish.
Oh.
They're called Goliath grouper. You can look them up.
Oh, the grouper. Groupers are gross.
They get up to like 500 pounds. They're just like monster grouper, and they've been illegal to keep for like 20 years because they're critically endangered, and they're just washing up everywhere. And like today, like I saw 20 manatees died.
Dude, what?
I can't believe you guys haven't heard about
that. I've seen a lot about it, but I haven't heard these brutal things that you're saying right now.
No, I mean it's really bad. Like, I mean, Rick Scott has claimed a state of emergency twice in the last like 2 weeks. But the thing is, no one's gonna just like tell him to stop. Like this has been going on though for like 20 years.
That's so insane.
Like, big sugar.
Every year we get red tide, but this year it's a green. It's weird, man. When I go do pools and I go by like the harbors and stuff, it literally smells like hell, dude.
Ew.
Like this green algae, like I've never smelled it before, and it's like staining the water. It's disgusting.
I can't believe people are just like That's exactly the same thing. It's like you go to work and you see a mountain on fire, and you still go to work. You go to work and you smell just like disease and just like I don't know, rotting flesh or whatever in the ocean.
Yeah,
and
I mean it's true, but people, I mean, you have to understand.
You got to pay your bills. I mean.
Yeah,
it is true. That's the truth. It's like you can't really worry about the world around you and like
Well,
You just have to worry about your own survival.
Cash rolls everything around
We
me.
kind of live in a survival of the fittest.
right? Yeah, like this goes into like trash cast, but like beyond that, like just environmentally, it's just really insane that I mean, people still have free time. We're like not, you know, people have the time to like actually dedicate to these things. But people don't. I don't know. It's just like it blows my mind that
it's just kind of hard to believe you're living in like a collapsing world. Like it doesn't seem so obvious, you know.
So my question
I guess
is,
it's just people aren't uncomfortable enough yet to take it seriously.
Yeah. We got to take on Big Sugar.
Big Sugar.
Yeah.
I mean, but we also.
I mean, no. Big Sugar said though, they're like, hey, you guys can. They pretty much told Rick Scott.
They don't give a
like,
fuck.
You guys can buy our land. Just buy our land from us, and you can do whatever you want with it.
Oh.
Oh wow.
But you know what's gonna happen is if that does end up happening, it's just gonna be fucking us paying for it.
Well,
like,
I guess we should.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we should, but then again, it's
a red state, is what you're saying. Is they're not going to vote for anything that makes taxes higher.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, they don't want to. I mean, it's going to be a lot of money. I mean,
my question is that another? I think the reason why I heard about it, like at least like the news bit from this, was like not only is it happening, but isn't it also like polluting the air? Like, isn't it? Creating, like, people are getting like, sick. Like toxins for people to actually breathe. Because like mold and stuff is really fucking bad for you. Like it will rot your body.
Do you think they're just going to evacuate Florida?
When they're near when people are near the water and stuff, like there have been people who like just have really bad, like they can't be by it because they're coughing and like I don't know about throwing up, but I know it's pretty bad. I mean, what I've thought about the whole time is I'm just waiting for it to get bad enough where some little fucking kid dies, and that's the only way it's gonna get dealt with.
Make that
is
like
when some kid dies.
You're saying there's got to be a crisis.
Yeah, there's
like 20 children.
Dude, humankind's like so reactive. We're not proactive at all.
So
somebody like tapping right now?
No, not me. The thing is mold. Like, my mom was telling me about how, like, just in Florida in general, it's like really bad when your house has even just like a little bit of mold in it, because then it's like you have to total the whole entire thing and just like change all the walls and stuff. I don't know.
You don't change.
No,
you have to change.
Tell her to get orange juice and put it on.
It's bad. It's bad because like what ends up happening is if you live in a house that maybe you know or you don't know has mold in the walls, like you can become like disabled. Like,
yeah, I know. Stachybotrys, black mold.
Yeah.
Dude, I was so afraid of Stachybotrys.
I had black mold in my closet for like a year.
Yeah, you got kind of sick,
You got to get out of there, Kyle. That's insane.
No, I did. I had it, and then they were like, "Kyle, why is your asthma getting so bad?"
Oh,
then they fucking ripped open the wall, and there's a bunch of black mold. They're like, "Well, that's probably why."
Oh my god, dude.
It was bad. I remember that year because then they took out part of the wall, then repaired it. But yeah, no, all those spores get in your lungs, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
And you trip out.
So I guess long story short is like I really do feel like the mold's taken over.
Yeah.
The mold's the boss.
Can I ask you a question, Tree?
Do you think the mold's the boss, or do you think who do you think would be hired for a job? A white man or mold?
Wait, who would get hired for the job?
Yeah, first. A white man, a white cisgender male, or Stachybotrys.
Definitely Stachybotrys.
Ryan,
what?
Anyone.
I can see your mouse on that right now as you transition.
I
just see you like click.
Let me ask you a question. What if the black mold was a woman? A female black mold.
Oh, the black mold is a woman. God is a woman, dog.
So what do you think? Who would get hired? A female mold?
I think female mold is still 100%.
Well, this study didn't test that, but this study did test men versus women, and they're saying, in general, men are still more likely than women to be perceived as leaders.
Of course they are. That's no fucking big whoop.
Well, I guess it's just because we've been doing so much just like media about like gender differences, gender pay gap. There's been a lot of social progress being made about voicing just like gender issues, but the study says there's not much progress in.
So this is just like a little pulse check.
Yeah.
Speaking of the gender pay gap, have you guys heard of the gender thigh gap?
Whoa.
I'm sorry, I had to.
I mean,
that's a bad one.
It's not even like, I don't
know, I just thought of it.
All right.
So
Sorry.
in the Obama White House, female staffers adopted a strategy of amplifying one another's comments during meetings and giving credit to the individual who said it first to ensure that women's voices were being heard. Badura says, tactics like this help the most qualified individuals stand out and emerge into leadership roles regardless of gender. So that's nice. I wish people would do that for me.
And that's the sound of the bong. So I'm going to read the description of this study. The research team led by doctoral student Katie Badura. Oh, and this is from the University of Buffalo.
You go, Katie.
And Emily Grijalva.
Love her.
The assistant professor of organization and human resources at the UB School of Management, aggregated 59 years of research encompassing more than 19,000 participants and 136 studies from lab, business, and classroom settings. This is like an aggregate study. This is like a meta study in looking at like trends of studies. And yeah, they just said that we found sensitivity toward and concern for others' stereotypically feminine traits made someone less likely to be seen as a leader. However, it's those same characteristics that make leaders effective. Thus, because of this unconscious bias against communal traits, organizations may unintentionally select the wrong people for leadership roles, choosing individuals who are loud and confident but lack the ability to support their followers' development and success. So it's basically like,
it's not surprising.
Yeah, and it says just like the first impression is all like the generally like masculine way of being like, hey, I'm this, like being really assertive and confident. We're still like unconsciously charmed and trusting of that personality, whether or not we are doing our best to like talk about like how those characteristics are, you know, to quote everyone, problematic.
We literally would have to undo like 20 years of just like film and 20 years of like seeing people in like I'm just thinking like the soonest amount, like because we grew up and we were watching all the same sort of movies and all the characters were cast in this way. Yeah, like so you would have to wipe that out, and we're all still alive, so that's not happening. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's going to be a real concerted effort, and it's going to be way longer than what we've been really pushing for this, like, really, really since Trump. So it's too soon. I mean, I wish it was faster.
I mean, we could probably estimate the amount of time, but depending on if Trump gets voted for president again in 2020, just multiply that times at least 2. Then we kind of know where we are.
I mean, we don't really love to get political, but as I forgot to mention earlier, you know, we hit everything from 0 degrees Kelvin to 273 degrees Kelvin. So, do you guys think that Trump's going to get impeached?
No.
I think it's a possibility. I don't know. It seems that it's looming a little bit.
It seems like it's been looming since day one, you know, though.
It's been looming.
Yeah, right. But now,
and it's not. He has so many counts against him, and so does all of his other people, like Jared Kushner and stuff. Like, I have no idea how he hasn't. But I mean, for Christ's sakes, like he's hanging out with Putin. It makes no sense.
He's too good for web traffic. They want to keep him in power.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate. But as far as the study, I mean, I guess the study is like pretty cute that they're just like, well, let's just see how we're doing. What's the last sentence of this?
Well, that thing you read was like sort of the thing. It said that the people are only charmed, glamored, if you will, vampire style, during the first 20 minutes. So they said
Both a
that
True Blood reference for those.
yeah. They said it's only the gender gap was strongest during the first 20 minutes. So it's really those initial like instincts, those initial like reactions that people are charmed by it. And then they said that doing multiple interviews for jobs is a way to like, desensitize you to the power of the male confidence or whatever.
You know what also might help? You know what I actually do like is what's that guy's name from Queer Eye? Jonathan Van Ness or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his whole thing is like he loves to say that everything's a she. Like she's cute. Like
I noticed that.
She's cute. Like so, I think also has a lot to do with language, not only just like visually, like seeing what a leadership person looks like, but also just like we grew up with everything being he by default. Like if it's an object, it's a he. So maybe rewriting that script a little bit has to do with language and just saying that everything's a she for a while.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean,
it is weird to think that whenever I, even if you talk about inanimate objects, you know what I mean, and you give them a gender. Yeah, I think a car has always been a female.
I was just talking about this the other day. I've never looked at a car and thought it was masculine. It's because cars are always described as like sexy.
Yeah, it's because those curves.
Like curvy,
because it's a man and his woman. I don't need my woman. I got my car. I got my ride, baby, right here. We ride together.
Is that bad though?
Together.
Isn't it crazy that a car is a woman, but it's also like a replacement for a dick?
It's a muscle.
You know what I mean? Like
it's a lady dick.
Car, I think, is more like a dick, and then all like other cars are like just like sex.
Dude, if a car is a replacement for the dick, then I'm sorry whoever has to touch my dick because I got a fucking shaggy ass car.
Well, I just mean,
it's leaking. It's leaking freaking.
You know what I mean? Though
it's like leaking coolant and oil.
You know what I mean?
I do.
It's like a status symbol to like overcompensate.
That's true. Yeah. It's like an overcompensation.
But it is like a feminine object.
It's like a feminine.
Dude, I don't know. I never got that big thing about overcompensating. Like,
you don't think that happens? You don't think that's real?
No, I think it does, but I wouldn't classify that as every time.
No, I wouldn't say so.
It depends on the car, right? It always depends on what type.
No, but like
car.
even if you had like a big old truck, like honestly, have you ever driven a really big truck? It's just really comfortable.
I mean, but
seriously,
no, a truck, like even just looking like strictly design, a truck is masculine.
Yeah, true.
It looks like a male.
It kind of looks like a wiener, huh?
Yeah, all of the features are super boxy. The silhouette looks like a wiener. But if you look at a regular like sports car, like a nice looking car, the eyes, which really I mean like the headlights. And taillights, they are eyes.
They're
like,
sort of a cat eye, right?
Them. They have like a cat eye to them, yeah, and they'll have like in the lines in the grill and stuff like that read you whether it's like feminine or masculine. All these things
can I tell you
intuitively? Yeah.
I was at the like the soap section at the grocery store, getting like just so like.
Would you have to get some soap to wash your ass?
Yeah. And there was like this product by Axe. Like it was right by the Axe, but it was those like loofahs, I think they're called, like the little spongy thing that like makes suds
on a stick.
They have a man loofah.
No, not on a stick.
Oh, the ones that are hanging on like
the puff ball.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one was like it was like gray and sort of like just like construction-y looking themed, and it was a puff ball but had like a plastic part, and it was called Detailer.
God, I've seen that. That's so embarrassing.
Like a body detailer, like your own body as a car.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they're trying to sell guys those puffy balls, but like the guy who drives a big dick truck is not going to buy a puffy ball. So you have to sell him a detailer.
Is it? I don't. It makes me feel like less masculine if I'm buying one of those, like like a little puffy little ball like that.
Of course,
like,
they know what's up. Yeah, but that's all. It's literally the same product, like literally just color change and maybe like the profile change and title change. Like it's so like disgusting that
they had to get it put in their name, like to put the title in their name.
Yeah, they do the same thing with cotton swabs. You've ever seen like the cotton swabs that are all like hardcore looking?
They have like ridges.
They have that like metal, like what is it called? Like the diamond print.
What are you talking about?
Like the walkways on construction sites. Those like grip.
Right,
marks.
right. Well,
Yeah. They have like grippies on them.
Well, I don't know what the name of that pattern is, but they had that.
That's insane.
For what?
Like tire
cotton
shots?
swabs.
Or they have
Really?
cotton swabs that have
Yeah,
like
it was
tread
like-
marks on them.
Yeah, like pretty much like tread marks, like those steel tread marks, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's like your
so-
classic, like, garage
Yeah.
material.
Mhm.
Dude, the thing is like they've now like completely like saturated the female market that now they need the rest of the 50% of the population and they're encroaching. So give it like another 10 years and you're all going to be wearing makeup. Promise.
I was
And they'll be
thinking this the
called
other day.
It'll be called the detailer like line.
The detailer.
I don't know how they're gonna. Yeah.
It's working.
You have
Also,
to get you.
because of like LGBTQ, they're bringing like male like cosmetics into the fore, like even just within their own community. And so because like even with like Queer Eye or something like that, people are even just like with male vulnerability and sensitivity, like all these language changes are going to culminate to the point where you guys are all wearing makeup.
I just don't want to waste any more of my day like
yeah, you're
doing
telling me.
No, trust me. I've never really been into. I mean, I feel bad that girls ever had to put makeup on because it's probably a bitch.
It fucking sucks.
I don't like that
Trust
you
me.
use like the use word.
Do you know what I really hate? Which I think the world can get over because I've done it before. Man, I've shaved my legs and my entire body like 4 or 5 times just to try it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're gay.
And it
You're gay.
sounds like a bud.
And it sucks. It literally took me every time at least an hour and a half. I have so much goddamn hair, and it was hard to get those hard to reach spots.
Yeah,
like
dude.
I'm like freaking kicking my leg over my head like a goddamn dog.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
yeah,
you're trying to
I'd
like
be
shave
okay.
around your gooch.
Yeah, exactly. And like, dude, the
You
under
have
part of my
to.
thigh.
Yeah,
But
I was just having this experience literally last weekend or like a couple weekends ago because I was gonna go to the beach and I was like, "Fuck!" I like was ready to go and I was like, "Holy shit! I'm so hairy. What am I gonna do? I only have an hour. I have so much to do still. I can't leave." And like I could have just left, but like when you're at the beach and the sun is really bright, like that is like the first thing that stands out. I have black hair too, so I was like, "Well, I gotta like actually commit to this." And then on top of that, it like itches really bad.
Yeah.
Like for a couple days.
Oh,
it does.
God.
I got mad razor bumps.
I
every time.
hate it.
Having to also shave, if you say you want to, like you're on vacation and you have to shave like a couple times during that vacation, you're shaving off the razor bumps. All
Yeah,
the chicken,
it hurts.
chicken bumps, you're razoring them off every time. Also around your gooch too. Like those are coming off.
Ow.
Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I know about that, dude. I trust me. I was totally okay with it. Girls wanted to stop. I mean, I'm cool with it. Honestly, dude. I mean, if we're getting down to it, I honestly saw this porno recently with this girl with armpit hair, and honestly, it wasn't that weird. It was crazy
there's some
how it
really
wasn't
hot
that
girls
weird.
with
Oh,
armpit hair. And they
God. I
Dude,
can't do
I don't
it.
know though.
I can't.
It was weird though. Because,
I want
like,
Zach on
aren't
that
they, like,
one.
seem
I'm gonna
so
have to
normal
chime
to
in
me
here.
now?
I'm gonna have to go again.
Sean's been pretty
Hasn't said
silent.
anything for 40
Yeah.
minutes.
Dude, it wasn't the weirdest thing.
I'm
though.
gonna have to step in and say that's not okay.
What,
But
armpit
the-
hair?
It's
yeah,
I'd have to-
Sean and I are not on armpit
Maybe
hair.
Kyle,
the
send us the link and we'll give it a shot.
Okay, I'll admit, like, if a girl's hot as fuck and she's got hairy armpits, like,
I
I'll
gotta leave
deal.
you
But
guys
like,
with
I'm gonna be
one
trying to
girl.
really get those.
So-
I'm gonna shave them in her sleep.
No, I really, you guys, it's gonna like creep up on you because literally, I'm telling you, girls are not shaving anymore. I'm telling you, girls are not shaving anymore. It's
Yes,
like the
they
hottest
are.
thing.
Dude,
No,
you know what
it's
though?
coming.
I'm ready for the
It's
70s
fucking
bush to
coming.
come back.
I know it's
am.
coming. I don't want it to.
It's coming. Get used to it because you have to. Just because. But there's this one.
Okay.
girl that
Can
she's
they
like
trim it?
No. So she's like So she's like a sexologist kind of chick, but she's like an artist. Her background is in art, and like, anyways, her name's like Thongeria or something, and she just sells like sex toys. She has this sex toy shop. She's
Sangria.
Yeah.
Thongoria.
Thongoria. Yeah, sorry. Anyways, so she has like, I think
Thongoria, like diarrhea.
She has like this super deluxe like series it's all about just like
that's pretty
sex
new.
positivity and all that shit. Yeah. And she just like answers questions about like BDSM and like all this stuff. And meanwhile, she's like fine as heck, and she has hairy ass armpits, and she just like wears strap-on dildos and like takes funny pictures of herself around her apartment, like, because she has like a really good like social whatever, just presence in general.
Yeah.
And you totally like, if you just like don't even see it anymore. So, and then she's like, I've been lately like also not shaving my legs, so she's like also encroaching in that area too. There's this other girl that I know from work too, so I love her. She's a little bit younger, so like Gen Z girl. She's not even Gen Z. She's like younger than me, but still a millennial. But Gen Z girls, like if this girl's already doing it, and like a lot of girls already do it, like forget it. She goes into work with shorts and she's like Italian or something, so she has some really fucking hair. Man. She goes into work with shorts and short sleeves, and she has long ass bushy like armpits and legs, and she's so cute. Like she's like, I don't know, she doesn't care. That's the thing. She just doesn't care. And so like really, what is it? Is it like, I don't know. So I'm just letting you guys know that. Sorry.
I think that you're really into hairy girls.
I think you're just trying to come out to us. The next time we see you, you're going to be hairy as hell.
I'm already hairy. I don't even really shave anymore unless I like have to go to the beach or something. It's not really my priority. Like,
well, but what if, I feel like you're saying nobody's going to shave, but like I feel like myself, I would shave my whole body. I would, if I was like kind of bored and I had like a lot of like, I don't know how much money it would take to get rid of all the hair on my body, but I would do it. I don't like it.
If it didn't have repercussions, yeah, like if I would totally get like my fucking gooch hair like lasered off, you know.
You could. I don't think there's repercussions to that, honestly.
Yeah, I don't
like. Okay,
I'm not
here we go. Can we have? Can we have our ladies get their armpits lasered off? You know what I mean? No fuss,
Why
no muss.
don't you get your fucking shit lasered off and drop like $2K on that shit? You know, like this is why the gender pay gap is real, because we have to pay for tampons.
I'll fucking pay for it. Like I'll pay for it.
I'll pay for it, baby. Also, I just saw a video of a guy waxing his neck beard. That was so intense.
Oh, I saw that. That's gross. Oh my god.
That was like actually violent. And
no, I saw it. It was like a lot of wax, and you like ripped a whole beard off at once. It was so gross. He did. Did you see the one with the whole head of hair too?
But he like kept a straight face. It was crazy. But that's what it feels like probably to also get your like butthole waxed. It's probably just as bad. Also, if you get your bush waxed, that's the same thing too.
Oh, but no, I want the 70s bush to come back. I actually was just talking to Jimmy and Matt about that.
Oh, that's tight. I mean, yeah, I guess
they thought it was weird, but honestly,
looking back on
it's probably about to hit, I would say.
But it was, it wasn't weird until like the 90s when all these Asian girls, like everyone just started seeing all these Asians come over, and they were like,
Why do you feel like you know the history of pubic hair?
Because it's kind of true. I kind of remember it too. In the 90s, it was like everyone was bald like a baby all of a sudden. Between Barbie and Asian girls.
Honestly,
I would not trust that.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust it either. I say it out loud.
I think it's just like it just started happening.
I feel like it was like a real big thing in the 90s.
Yeah.
But I think,
do you think people started getting Brazilians and stuff?
Question: do body types and like does sex go through the 20-year fashion cycle?
I think it might.
So
actually, that's a good question.
But like it's been 20 years since the 90s and since that, so like.
I think maybe if you're in a metropolitan area, I mean, I feel like that's where
I feel like
always see girls
Big Bush still hasn't come back though.
Are you sure?
I don't think so. I think it's really.
I feel like if you have hairy armpits, you're not waxing your bush.
No, probably not.
I mean,
you can tell
maybe you're trimming it with scissors, though, right?
Maybe, yeah. I guess.
Yeah, no, I shaved my whole body except for my bush that time, and it really would have thrown people off.
That's
feel
so
like
weird. Yeah,
I mean, even my armpits were shaved.
I feel like if you get a haircut,
everyone should trim.
I feel like if you get a haircut, it's like you probably also trim all your hair.
Everyone should trim. Like guys with like all of the hair is also weird. That's so weird. It's just like so unruly, and like it's already like a really creepy looking thing to begin with. Like, and especially if you have like sparse hair and stuff, like that's really weird. So everyone should be like, grooming a little bit.
Should I be trimming my arm hair?
Guys, oh my god. Here's like the grossest fucking thing.
I've never done it.
Here's what I've seen. I've seen guys with like regular armpit length hair, not even regular, but just like long or just like dense or something, and then like the deodorant clumps into the hair. And they don't care. They don't care. That is like the worst. That is the worst.
I don't fucking care either. That's the thing.
Bro, check that.
That is gross, though.
No, I use like a gel, so.
Dude,
so
no, it's more gross when the clumps are in a girl's armpit hair.
I've never seen that. I've only seen it on guys. So there you go.
I've seen it on girls, I think.
Do you think if girls are making the choice to have armpit hair that they're doing any sort of trimming or anything like that to it, like sort of like head hair?
Oh wait, what's the question? Are you asking?
Like I'm saying, like.
Cyrus.
So, like you talking about like dyeing it colors,
or just grooming it? Is that what you're saying in a like specific fashion?
Do you think women are like totally going just like letting it go wild? Do you think they're like shaping it and like thinking about what it's gonna look like?
I think
when they lift their arm.
I think it'll start where people are just like fuck everyone, and I'm just gonna like just live with it for a while and like have like body acceptance for just like give me a minute, a little while, and
just
then
to go wild.
Yeah,
I think,
and then I think probably people like start having fashion,
shaping
like use like some dreads or something.
I think
like maybe like putting like gems in it or like twisties, and then maybe like dyeing it. I don't know, but guys will be doing that too.
I think I could be into like if a girl like maybe just like straightened and like did like maybe a dyed blonde, but if it was flowy and nice. And I think I'd be okay with it, but like you're definitely gonna have to condition it a lot.
Put some argan oil in there.
Yeah, get some fish oil.
You guys already have beard oil, right? Like you guys.
No, I don't use beard oil, but I probably should.
It's
right.
It's like an added expense. I just don't feel like paying.
The double standard in this room is like so intense. Yeah, all this shit is so expensive. All these products.
I mean, but it's not like I ask anybody to do all that crap. Like, I don't care.
I mean, Sean does.
For what? What'd I ask?
Because you're like, there's no way my woman's gonna roll up in here with some long ass dreaded out armpits.
Yeah,
so she has to like buy the razor. She has argan oil for like the armpits, right?
I mean, it sort of is a double standard because I guess if she was doing that, like, sorry to say, but she'd have to be really hot for me to stay with her and her to have some freaking crazy ass armpit hair. I mean, come on.
You guys,
they can do it if they want. That's just not my. It wouldn't be for me.
I guess that's true.
I mean,
there's always somebody out there for
we would have to be in a completely alternate reality where like the porn that Kyle saw the other day was like maybe half of the porn available to like desensitize us to seeing that kind of hair on a woman.
Do you think that like, well, I don't know. I guess it's a weird question because like the diversity amongst porn is just so out of control at this point. But do you think there's going to be like a trend where things are just, remember like when Playboy just like redid their whole entire aesthetic where it was like all these like natural girls that looked like it was like a selfie from their camera phone and like.
No, when did they do that?
That was like right before Hugh Hefner died or something, and they had like the Playboy cover was like just like of a girl that looked like she was like in her bedroom. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, whoa, yeah, that was like a really big deal. But like that was just like kind of like a commentary, and like the way that all of the branding for Playboy is a little bit more like naturalistic now. Like you don't have like those bimbo-y, like super like puffed up ladies that much anymore. Like it's not as trendy, I guess. But I don't know. That's just on Playboy. So I'm just asking, do you think that porn is going to go through a phase where like more naturalistic things are going to come into fashion, since we've like already went like to the moon and back with like how it's gotten?
I think it's like, I mean, if you look at what videos are popular on porn sites, it's really like middle of the road stuff. I don't see much like weird porn. I don't know about you guys.
It's
like,
pretty much all like fake incest porn now.
Yeah, isn't that kind of crazy?
Wait,
that
what
is,
did you say?
Dude,
fake
it's
incest
just weird.
Porn? I think I heard about this.
Dude, how have you not heard about it? It's like in every other porn video.
Yeah, that's so weird. That's like, no, I was listening to this. I watched like a bunch of things about NoFap, and like that's another thing that they kept talking about. It's like just like the tastes that are like really popular that's like a lot of the reason why people started doing it was because they would eventually get so hooked. Like it's just like the internet or social, like the dopamine feedback loops get you into a direction or take you into a direction that doesn't even align with your sexuality. So there's some guys that have been just like watching crazy ass porn since they were a baby or whatever, because like they were born with the internet, that now they just like don't even align. Like there's like a dissonance between like how they feel, but then also like what actually gives them an erection. And so like then they're like fuck, like, and they would have like depression and anxiety and like all this stuff, and so they just went NoFap.
Like they jerked off to this weird shit and then immediately were just so ashamed of themselves.
Or just anything like that. Well,
there.
No, it's causing.
Amen to that.
It's causing like what's it called? Just like you can't get
erectile
up.
Dysfunction.
It's causing like crazy erectile dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you only are sexually attracted to porn that's like crazy, or just porn in general.
Well, I've heard what I heard is that Trump is because for population control, and he is pretty much sending these incest videos out into the internet, like pumping them out to the internet, so that people only want to have sex with siblings, and then that's like just a way to like put a little kink in population growth.
If you hear the
a little kink in the stink.
Yeah, you can see in a few videos, like in the reflection, Trump's videotaping most of the porn.
I didn't say it was done personally by him. This is like one of his first things he put into motion.
Can I ask a question that kind of pivots this a little bit?
Okay.
Could you and would you date a adult film actor?
Oh, dude!
This recently came up with my roommate. He went on a date with a porno actor or actress or actor. Yes. Sorry. Didn't mean to put a feminine
pronoun.
Yeah. So and like he was a little hesitant about it, and I'm like, yeah, I think I would be too.
I mean, outside of sexually transmitted diseases, saying that person was completely clean, is that the question?
Yeah.
Because that's rough.
Yeah.
Some left.
Yeah. Sean's like, I don't like this question. No, I don't think that I would be okay with it. Like, even if you're guaranteed, no, you're not going to get any STDs.
I mean, I don't think that I would be attracted to that personality. I feel like...
Yeah, but what if you were?
If I was, I guess...
Here's what I would do. Look at the video. Did he look at the videos?
He said he didn't want to because he like did, because I think that he's still kind of internally battling what's going on.
Here's what I would do: look at the videos and see the quality of the production, and then if it's like a little bit higher, you know that she's going through all of like those STD checks and stuff.
Oh,
I did a little research last night, and I mean it's pretty standard, I have to say,
to do the checks.
I just don't know if I could take it like someone fucking with me and be like, dude, I just like jerked off to your girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Like, I'd be like, Damn, dude, that's fucking dirty.
So not only like say you like hit it off with this person and you had so many things in common and like you were best friends, like what would it be like to hang out with their friends? Maybe she's like only friends with people in that industry because it's like,
what's
who you hang out with, so that's,
what's the
like,
problem?
too.
What's the problem?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm the one saying like I don't care at all.
Yeah, I watched.
You're the most woke.
That show, Life After Porn. You ever watch that?
I just don't know if I would just be okay with all that, that just unknown worm juice floating around.
I mean, I would like make sure I would probably wait longer to have sex because of the STD thing to make sure like they seem like a good person,
Yeah, but
because like there's like an
a
extra
lot of
risk.
unknowns.
I feel like
There's a lot of unknowns. Like if they made it past the thing where you
but I mean, yeah,
safe.
I believe that they're going through the tests if they tell me. I mean, right?
Right. Sure.
Okay.
But it's not that. But like, yeah. Okay.
I would also use protection for a long time.
Probably always.
Maybe always.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So beyond like that, yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy question. How long have they been dating or whatever?
Oh, they literally went on one date, and then he found out. He found out on the date, and then he was like, "Oh my god!" And then like, so he was kind of just like, "Huh?"
I'd give it a couple more dates. I would definitely like maybe like a month.
I don't think he's even going to go forward with it, to be honest. But
I don't know. But I would say that probably people in that industry get checked more than like the normal person.
Oh,
yeah,
I mean,
but they're also having way more weirdo sex like times with all of the people. Like they have so many more instances to like actually.
And
get
they
something.
And they don't have to wear condoms in
California.
fucking California.
So I mean, yeah. No, they do have to.
No.
Did they reverse that rule?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy, actually, because that was like a.
I don't think anybody was really obeying that rule.
No.
It's a good question.
I didn't see condom porn like get more popular or any more prevalent. I don't know about you guys.
I saw condom porn that middle way through, like, oh, just kidding, took it off. Sort of that kind of porn going on, but
I wonder if there are people that are really into condom porn, only condom porn. It's like the safety.
Wow.
Just into safe porn.
I bet it's out
porn.
there. We were talking about this the other day, right? Fupa sex. Like, there's porn for everyone. It's just, I was saying, like, the popular stuff is still, like, blowjob, whatever. Blowjob, cream pie, anal, teen, amateur, what else?
Incest.
MILF. I guess MILF is, like, kind of, like, the weirdest thing that I would say is, like, still kind of popular.
Yeah, MILF stays out there.
MILF's been strong as fuck for quite some time now.
Dude, you know what was really funny? I was going reaching under my bed to get stuff, and when I was up at UCF, and my roommate goes, he was down there. He was like got stuck on. He was like reaching under the bed to grab stuff, and he's like,
"Hey, you guys, I gotta go."
Okay.
My bad.
Well, wait.
Before, let me just finish this. I don't think you'll get it though, Anna. But he was reaching under the bed. He was like trying to grab something. And he's like, "Oh, big brother, I'm stuck."
That was a porn you watched?
There's probably a good amount of girl gets stuck porn.
Oh, really?
What? What do you mean girl gets stuck?
Dude, it was funny though because me and like four of my other friends all knew what he was talking about.
That's so weird. I mean,
dude,
I guess
it's
not
weird that you
surprising.
can
It's
bond
like
now over
damsel in
knowing
distress
certain
porn.
pornos.
What do you mean girl gets stuck?
It's like a damsel thing. Like, let me help this babe because like there's just so many things.
Are you
kidding?
It's
it's more like babe gets stuck and he's like, "Oh, sweet, I'm gonna bone her now."
That's insane.
What do you mean girl gets stuck?
Like it's just like different contraptions, like under the bed, under the
girl's under the sink fixing a fucking clogged pipe.
Oh, and she gets stuck, and so you can just do it.
Gets her arm stuck, and the guy's like, "Oh,
Oh, so she's trapped, and you can do anything you want with her.
Never see this, dude.
I've never seen this either.
There's so many of
This
them.
must be the algorithm. Must be curating these to you,
Dude. But the thing was, it was like me and like three other people I knew. We were all talking about it.
You guys
Are they
Alright.
are they pulling?
I gotta go, but this is really fun.
All right. Do you want to just end the
peace.
show now?
Yeah,
I guess so.
Yeah,
We're
it's
way
sort-
over
it's
time.
sort of
Yeah,
turned
you
into-
guys, we started talking about like what women in leadership, and now we're talking about girl trapped underneath sink.
Well,
This is
I
really
mean, we are really talking about the heart of the issue, which is like the
always
impulses
sex. Yeah.
of like gender,
Definitely.
like the
true.
really base like impulses.
Very true.
So that's Science Thursday. If you like us, give us money directly in the Anchor app, because you could do that now, I guess. Kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
And
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Zach. Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Tree, for being on the show. We'll be back their next show will be the podcast, probably coming from the forests of Inyo, California.
That's beautiful. It's called the Pause Cast.
Well, it's like the next
You're gonna be
SEO
recording
show
something?
is probably just going to be like a podcast.
is Evan getting here tonight?
Evan's going to get here
That's so
tomorrow night,
cute.
Saturday
That's
night.
So cute.
Oh.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, who's picking me up from the
You
airport?
mean Sunday morning or Saturday morning?
All right, you guys. Smell you later. Bye.
Bye, Tree.
See,
Later.
Um,
I thought he was getting here like tomorrow morning, really fucking early. I
No,
wanna figure that
like
out.
technically like Sunday, I guess, like midnight.
So Sunday
tomorrow
morning,
night.
really early.
Yeah, I guess.
Gotcha.
Hey, Zach, do you want me to send you the money, or do I send it to Ryan? Because I got paid.
Just hold on to your money for now, or you'll figure that out when you get here.
So we'll
for the
see
car-
you guys.
For the car, though.
This is called what is this part of the show called? Where it's just really us on a phone call?
This is the
The
encore.
stew or something? We used to have a
The
name
stew.
for it.
Oh yeah, we're on the stew.
This is the stew.
Well,
You guys
welcome
can
to the
tune
stew,
out
everybody.
if you want. Rate us in the Apple Store, whatever. Give us money on Anchor. You're listening to this stew now. This is just a normal conversation that we need to have.
What'd you say, Kyle?
No, I was just wondering. I mean, like that's the funds for the car. Like,
And
like
who's
75
picking him
bucks.
up from the airport?
Yeah, that one too.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure I'm picking you up. Dad said if he can't pick you up, then he's gonna pick me up, and I'm gonna take his car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I think I get in like 2. Like honestly, like at 2:00.
But yeah, I mean, we still have to buy groceries and crap too, so like we'll figure out money stuff later.
Okay. Okay then.
So
All right.
we're gonna see you guys in a few days. Hopefully, we'll publish it on time. Well, Kyle left. Hopefully, we'll publish it on time. If not, I mean, maybe we won't publish anything next week. It's really like up in the air. We really don't have much service, but I think we will do one.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have service. Well, you actually might not have service.
Evan
I
claims
think
he's
you will
getting
at
like
some
an,
point.
so we might have like service from the woods.
Which is
We'll
fucking
see.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make him
He's
like
just-
go off in his own little area.
He's just into the idea of like being out and like way out there and still having service.
It is cool, actually. Cool, I will say that.
That's just like his kink.
Yeah.
That's what he searches for on X Hamster.
We're gonna
Okay,
like
so-
sabotage like his equipment. He's not gonna have any batteries. We're gonna like freaking drain him. Like, oh, guess he can't connect to the outside world.
All right.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
So,
but
we'll see you guys in a couple days. Thanks for listening. Yeah. Anything else?
I'm probably gonna be doing a prank on my channel, Zach Show Live. So check that out.
Really?
I literally just thought of that. Just
All right. Okay.
like in the woods pranks.
Oh.
And I think I'm gonna
Okay.
actually just gonna prank Evan. Single him out. All right, we'll
All right.
see.
Okay. See you in a few days. Science Thursday. Science Thursday. Science
When you
Thursday.
never leave, you need science. And a 2, it's chemistry and biology and geography and everything you have to know about things you and science. Use the hypothesis to the procedure. Take the steps down.